Wonim Red.
Wonim Red.
Wonim Red.
Ole Red lo.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Jollof and Wi-Fi Studios. I'm Flo, and I'm here with
Komla Time Tells, and we have a special guest in
very
our midst.
special guest.
Yeah. So, hi, lady. You tell us your name. You tell us where you're coming from, and
Okay, I want to be clear. My name is Maud Setrayeboa from Tenerife, one of the beautiful islands in Spain.
oh, okay. And you speak Ghana English.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you learn Ghana English in.
Tenerife. Where did you learn it?
in Ghana and in Tenerife.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Obviously means that you hail from Ghana.
I was born in Ghana.
Okay.
I lived some years in Ghana, but I identify myself with Tenerife.
Shay, when your papa. Okay, so guys, we are here to talk about one interesting topic, or one interesting statement which has been going around in town, and we found these words in our music. It's been like skits. Other content creators have been discussing about it here and there, and yes, the word is Wonim Red.
Wonim Red.
Wonim Red.
Ole Red lo.
Wonim Red. Wonim Red. Wonim Red.
Charlie, the thing I was trying to watch some videos about Red, and then I realized that it makes people get high, and then even when people are working, I don't know if they take it before they work but well, we have a doctor in our midst, that is Dr. Maud, and she's been practicing in Madrid for how many years now?
Technically, 10 years.
Okay. Oh, okay. Technically 10 years.
10 years of expertise.
Bueno.
Well, so you attended your med school in Spain?
Yeah, I studied in Tenerife, as I said.
Oh, that's why you okay. Now I understand why you mentioned Tenerife a lot.
Exactly, because I grew up in Tenerife, did my degree in Tenerife. Just that I came to Madrid. That was 2016,
Ooh.
and
That's
I
like
did
9 years.
I did my residency in Madrid. So
Interesting.
Technically.
And how has practicing in Madrid been?
it's different from where I grew up. That's Tenerife. Tenerife, it's a multicultural area.
Okay.
Since it's an island, most of them are South Americans. We have few Spanish origins there, and then we also have a lot of Ghanaians. So it's like being in Tenerife is actually feels like being at home.
Oh, interesting.
Exactly.
Wow.
I hope you visit Tenerife one day.
Yeah.
You might not
I mean,
come
this
back.
summer we can.
Yeah,
you come back.
plan.
Yeah.
This summer we can plan and then visit Tenerife
Yeah.
together. you know.
Let's see if you would like to come back to this Madrid.
Oh. Hey, the Madrid are popular. Hey, you want to take people's World Cup as practicals?
It's because if you where you get
Well, no,
Makes
me
sense.
feel Ghana, but I don't want to go there. All right, guys, let's get to business. Yes, Wonim Red.
Wonim Red.
Yes, that is the topic for discussion today, and we want to find out from Dr. Maud. She's been working for 10 years, as she mentioned, and we want to find out from her if she knows of this red thing. I know in Spain it has a different name. It's not red, and it's opioids.
Exactly. So, with the few research that I was, or the few videos that I saw and the reading that I did, what I got to understand is red is made up of the combination of different opioid.
Okay.
So, it seems that they before we can talk about opioid, we would have to understand the analgesic ladder. So. When someone is experiencing pain, we have this kind of ladder that we follow. The first level will be non-opioid. That will be paracetamol, ibuprofen, biscuitoprofen, and all that. And then if we are not able to manage it with such, we go to the next stage. That's the stage 2. That will be the weak opioid. In this case, we'll be talking of tramadol.
Oh, tramadol is a weak opioid.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Wow.
And we have also codeine. which
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
a weak one.
No, but codeine is found in cough syrups and
That's the thing. And also in how do you call it? We have this alhidol in Spain
Okay.
that
Okay.
most people take it during flu period, which also contains codeine. Or
But are they addictive? Are those stuff addictive?
they are opioid in lower quantity.
Okay.
They are not. But you just imagine someone who takes alhidol, because I have patients who take alhidol every blessed day.
wow, like taking tramadol every day.
Every single day.
Exactly. Because according to them, it enhances them to work very well at work. So sometimes I'm like, is this guy actually telling me that he's an addict and he doesn't know say he's an addict? That's the thing.
Interesting. So red and these are like the highest level of opioids or the highest
So
opioids that can be found.
after the tramadol and codeine, the next stage would be the strong opioid. That's when we have the tapentadol,
Okay.
oxycodone in this case. You also have the heroin.
Oh, okay. That's also that's like the highest level.
Exactly, that's the highest one. And then the fourth stage will be in this case that's epidural with anesthesia and all that. So
Oh, I
these
see.
are the ladder of analgesic treatment.
So where does this red fall?
So in this case, red is the combination of the weak opioid and then the strong opioid coming together and forming a potent drug.
Wow. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Honestly, in the medical practice, if you prescribe one weak opioid, you make sure that you don't combine it with another one,
Strong one.
a strong one. It's either the person is with only tramadol or with tramadol with non-opioid medication, or a strong opioid drug with the non-opioid one.
But
You
why this? Why don't you compare the what do you call it? Combine the
Combine.
low with the high. Is there any reason for that?
Because one, the opioid itself is very addictive,
Okay. Yeah.
and the side effect of it's also a serious thing. The main problem is it can lower your breath and also lead
Oh,
to death. Exactly. So
interesting.
so there are certain things that should be taken into consideration even before you prescribe it. People have to understand that in palliative care,
Okay.
we also use opioid to
Okay,
relieve
okay.
pain. Exactly.
Meaning that these red and other opioids are drugs that are used in the hospital to relieve pain.
Exactly. We normally use it to relieve. The main purpose of it is to relieve pain.
Just like tramadol, paracetamol, and other ones.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Just
Interesting.
that some people take advantage of its effect or the secondary aspect of it
Okay.
to take it. That's the side effect of it is we have the euphoria aspect,
Okay.
which it could cause. Hallucination aspect also, people like it,
Oh.
exactly, which it could cause. But the dizziness and how do you call it, the other aspect, I don't, and that's the vomiting.
Highness, they feel high.
Exactly, that will be considered in the euphoria aspect. So
Okay.
I think that's why others take it, not because of pain actually.
Interesting. What the interesting aspect of this whole thing is, I have watched videos of Wonim Red videos trending, and there are people who are like masons working, other people who are eating, and because they have taken this drug, they feel dizzy and even, I mean, you see them, somebody want to eat and then he scoops the food like this and they can't even put it in their mouth.
Exactly.
Like,
The thing
for
is,
what?
to get to that level, it means that the dose that the person has taken is too high.
Oh, so it's not just about taking one dose
It's-
or two
no.
doses and then.
It's a constant thing. So one thing about opioid is it's very addictive, and also it has a tolerance level. What does that mean? When you start from the beginning, maybe you might need a less dose to achieve your aim.
Okay.
For example, if I am someone who has never taken tramadol before,
Yeah.
and I take like 50 milligram, I might experience the side effect immediately.
Yeah.
But if I began to take it very often,
Okay.
and I create this tolerance level to it, maybe 50 milligram wouldn't be enough for me.
Yeah,
I have to increase the
to
dose.
100 or 150. Yeah.
Exactly, to get that effect. And we have patients or people who want to get the immediate effect
Okay.
of the drugs. So if you prescribe one tablet every 8 hours or 12 hours, what they do is to take 3 or even 4 every 8 hours.
Drug abuse.
So-
Drug abuse is very common in Ghana, okay? And I mean, it's with these paracetamol and amoxicillin and those little drugs. So people don't really, I don't know if it also has side effects. Because if I have to take like 500 mg of paracetamol in the morning and I take I take 2 in the morning because maybe I want to heal faster. Does it have any side effects?
Every drug has
Okay.
side effects. Even paracetamol, which is considered to be the less harmless one, has side effects. Just that every drugs also have its limit.
Yeah.
Limited
Yeah.
dose that you are allowed to take. You can take one gram of paracetamol every 8 hours.
Okay.
Now, if you exceed, that's 4 gram of paracetamol, it becomes something dangerous
Okay. Okay.
for your
okay.
liver. In this case, when it comes to paracetamol, your liver is at risk when you
With paracetamol.
With paracetamol,
Wow.
based on the fact that every drug has its how do you call it, elimination process.
Okay.
So
okay.
you have to know the drugs that you are taking, which part of your body is like the body eliminates it through. It
Okay.
can be
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
liver,
Yeah.
through the kidney, or even through the skin.
Okay.
So
okay.
That's
okay.
why you have to follow the doctor's advice when they prescribe a drug for you.
Okay. Let's come back to red. Being an opioid, and people are taking it, especially the youth. You see young people who are taking red in the morning, in the afternoon. They are. You see them, videos of them, pictures of them on all over the internet. Is there a risk?
Yeah.
And if there is a risk, how soon are they going to see this risk?
It's very risky. One, because it depends on the situation where you find yourself.
Okay.
What am I trying to imply? Imagine, as you said, a mason, someone who is working in a construction site, who is not self-conscious of himself because he's so high that he doesn't see what is actually happening.
Yeah.
There is high risk that he might step into a place with
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
And since he is not aware of the situation, he could die easily.
Workplace has that. But then internally, does it affect let me ask this first. Where does it come through? Is it the liver, the kidney, the skin? Does it affect it in any way? How long does it affect it? Or how long would it take before you see the complications?
Okay, so complications, it can be immediate. That's the side effect. It can be immediate based on the dose that you take.
Okay.
As I said, one of the dangerous side effect of it, since it's being opioid, is to reduce your breathing frequency, exactly, which could lead to cardiac arrest and also to death. Exactly.
Interesting.
The problem with opioid is the respiratory aspect of it.
Okay.
It reduces your breath and you can die out of it. Exactly. So it's not about the elimination process it's actually the effect that it could produce. I have patients that they are able to combine. You just imagine benzodiazepine with opioid and with alcohol.
Huh. And why are they doing all this combination?
The aim is to relieve their pain.
Which opioid alone cannot do?
It could, but when they say pain, they are not talking about the physical pain.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly about the psychological pain.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think that the focus here should be, why are people taking it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that someone who is okay, let me say, has no problem, not going through difficulties, will just wake up and say that I want to take opioid.
But everybody is going through difficulties.
But
At a stage, I mean, everybody has their own problems they are going through, but there are stages, you know.
It's not even stages. Everyone has a capacity of managing stress. Maybe what I can deal easily with, you can't.
Okay.
It's the same thing apply to them. No one knows actually what got them into such situation, and then the reason why they are taking it. Honestly, it saddened my heart to see people making video and laughing at it, because it's moment to help that person.
Okay.
I've even seen a video of a guy who was so high that he was standing at the roadside, cars passing, and everyone, they were just videoing him.
Oh God.
Instead of helping him. A car could just hit him, and that's it.
It's getting sad day in, day out, because these are the future leaders. These are the people that we are going to entrust power in their hands in the next few years to come, because the people in government that we see now in few years ago will be no more. And so the mantle will be on us, the youth. And sadly, a lot of these youth are into this. Now, let me ask, you mentioned that it could lead to cardiac arrest. How long will it take before this cardiac arrest happens?
You can't say, because, as I said, it depends on the dose. For example, the 3 combination that I just said, that's the benzodiazepine with opioid and alcohol. These 3 reduces your breathing space. So you just imagine combining these 3, you could just and die instantly.
Wow.
That's the thing, and it depends on each and everyone's organism. Like the way that my body responds to certain medication is not the same.
Different,
thing.
yeah, obviously, yeah.
So I can state per se that within this period you could experience it. It's individual stuff.
Okay.
You just imagine that what you people see are the videos of people who have survived it.
Okay.
Have you seen videos of people who OD'd and died?
No.
That's the thing. And I'm pretty sure there are people who have died through it.
Yeah, I should be sure. I mean, a lot of people would have died through it, but it would be difficult to even know that this is the reason or this is the cause of their death.
Exactly.
Wow.
Unless.
But does this have any effect on the kidney?
Not really. Not really.
Okay.
Not really, in the sense that if you just take the opioid without combining it with other substances.
Okay.
But I've lived in Ghana, visited Ghana, and I know that people do combinations.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of combinations. A lot.
Exactly. So I know of a patient who consulted me one day from Ghana, told me that he can't take drugs with water.
So what does he want to take it with?
With alcohol.
Dios.
Yes.
Alcohol.
With alcohol. And
how is that even possible?
Oh yes. And made a statement like, "Madam, me don't try do mamia me pede insanshe hu."
Jesus.
So you just imagine prescribing maybe tramadol for this guy who will be surely taking it.
And he's going to take the tramadol with an alcohol.
Exactly.
Like, well,
a dangerous combination.
I thought it was going to be like the adrenaline besa bemkumu. That would even be
no. Or shenedro.
Combination of trees and Charlie.
Exactly. So,
bueno, so that is where the kidney problem is.
That's when you start combining it with other stuff. There'll be kidney or even liver issues. Exactly.
So from this, I can deduce that in the next few years we are going to see a lot of kidney issues. Even today, we have a lot of kidney issues in Ghana, and most of these people are the youth. But in like 5-10 years to come.
In 5 years to come, if this continues to be the situation and measures are not taken in place, Ghana or let me say, some parts of Ghana will be having a population with drug addicts.
Wow.
Just like Torrejon. Since
Okay.
you live in Torrejon, I'm going to make reference of Torrejon. So, where I work, near the court, you know that it used to be the, how do you call it, a drug area.
Yeah.
That's why till date, every now and then you see police around.
Okay, patrolling that space.
Though majority of them have passed away, unfortunately, we still have
A number of them
number
still
of them
holding
over
on
there.
to those.
And I can tell you that at least twice or three times a week, I have to fight with a drug addict because they come for medical prescription for even one is either benzodiazepine or opioid.
So they come with their own prescriptions for you to write it for them so that they can buy it.
Exactly. So since they are addicted to it, they always come telling you that they have this pain. They've been taking all kind of drugs. It's not working. So they come indirectly demanding for opioid.
Oh.
Exactly.
So they know the drug that will cure them.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's funny. So once they enter, they are like, I'm having back pain, and the only drug that helps me relieve is tapentadol. That's it. Like
They just need a license to go and buy it.
That's it. Like it's like you could prescribe 1,000 drugs, which
They say will not heal them.
no.
Well, I think the situation here is very different because over here you have to get a prescription from the doctor. In Ghana, there are people who smuggle these drugs into the country.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's difficult to see these people or know these people, because if our law enforcement agencies want to really work and arrest these people, put these people before the court, I think they can do it. Because if I arrest someone who has taken these drugs, they will have to show where they bought these drugs from.
But some also buy them on the street. And the same as you have a brother code, they also have drug addicts.
So this one there is bro code and there is drug code.
Exactly. You can't be a snitch.
Oh.
That's the thing. Because you might probably need it in the future, and you can't sell the people out. That's the thing.
So even in the drug basis, Charlie, they have secrets they keep.
They have rules and regulations.
Interesting.
Oh yes, it's like they have their suppliers, which they can't sell them out.
Okay.
Because if imagine that taking such drugs, it's illegal, it's an offense, and then you have been taken to prison. When you come out and you still maintain, you need a supplier.
And you go back to that supplier.
You go back.
So if you snitch, there's no way you can go back to.
You can't get a supplier. So it's by code.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And the thing is, what I've observed is, you try to educate them that their current state now is not the right thing, and for them, they see it like they are cool. They're able to mingle with others. They don't feel pain. Everything is just calm for them.
So they like it that way.
So they like it that way.
And they're not going to take your advice
And
for.
it's like it takes the Lord intervention and takes a lot of patience to let them see. If not, it's very, very difficult to change their mind.
Rehabilitation. Do you think these people can be rehabilitated? Do you think they can get back to how they were? If, for example, they've taken this drug for like 3 years, 5 years, they've been mixing this opioids with other things for like 3-5 years, and they are not dead yet, or they don't have any they don't have any cardiac issues. Do you think they can be rehabilitated to get back to how they were?
Okay, so there is option of rehabilitation.
Okay.
Get back to who they used to be. I don't think so.
Oh, so there will be a change.
Of course, because it's a life experience. I'll be surprised that someone who has gone through this process could just come back to who
They used to
they
be.
used to be. You will be a changed person.
Okay.
And before you can rehabilitate someone, the person should take a bold step to change. So it's the same thing as you can take the horse to the riverside, but you
Can't force it to drink water.
Exactly.
Wow.
If you want to help someone and the person has decided not to change, trust me,
You can't do
you
anything
can't
about
do
it.
anything about it.
Wow. Wow. So if you mentioned that they can't get back to how they were, does that mean they will have some mental issues? They are going to have some physical changes, mental changes, or any form of changes?
Exactly. There will be physical changes, as you could see. I don't know if you've ever seen a drug addict before.
Not really.
appearance.
Not really.
Okay, one day I'll show you one. So they have these physical changes because one thing about opioid is it reduces your appetite.
Oh, okay.
So you don't eat that much. So most of them can, as you see them,
So they are never fat people. They are like slim.
majority of them are skinny.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is you are so focused in getting high that even your self appearance is not an issue actually.
Oh,
Exactly.
your focus is on getting high, nothing else.
Nothing else.
And then getting high to do what?
Getting high for them is like they have no problem. They have no issues. They have no worries.
We are pie.
And getting high is like they perceive it like they have the strength to do extraordinary stuff. That's in their head. I was listening to this interview. A guy who said he took red and he was able to have intercourse with his partner.
Yes, I think Sam
So-
also Float spoke about it a few days ago when we were doing the intro for Red. Said that it increases the libido.
Well, when you are in your euphoric state, that's you are so happy. You don't see what is going around. So it's like you get this inner strength to do extraordinary stuff
Okay.
that maybe in your normal state
You cannot do.
you use your senses
Okay.
not to do it. Because my question is, what do you earn in maintaining 4 hours of sleep?
4 hours. Wait.
That's what he said. He said
4 hours.
he said he was able to maintain a intercourse with someone, and the only thing he had was the Muslim, like the
Longest.
the Islamic were calling their people to go
Come and pray.
That's when he realized that he has been on for that long,
Dios.
and he started it at 12.
Wait.
Exactly. So my question is, was it 4 hours straight or 4 hours rest and then continue for that period? Because medically, maintaining a intercourse for 4 hours.
Maybe I really read that they said the best is 5 minutes or 10 minutes or so.
The best is both of you sweating and happy afterwards. It can be 3, 4, whatever.
No, but 4 hours crazy.
It's crazy.
And if you continue having 4 hours of for 6 months, I mean it's going to damage you.
Exactly. But and the other, let me say, the physical or the medical aspect is during sexual intercourse, the majority of the blood just run into your
It runs through your
penis.
Okay.
The other part of your body receive less. So
Okay.
imagine maintaining this for 4 hours and the rest of the body isn't receiving what they need.
Wow.
What do you think is going to happen?
Wow. So it means that stroke could set in here.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Exactly. So people are just risking their life.
It's hook of 4 hours there, then.
Boy.
Well, we have to do maybe a session on this, a special session on this. Yes, very soon we have to do a because 4 hours is crazy, and then it could even lead to stroke and then death.
I'm a lady myself. Maybe though the other ladies will just give a different opinion. But for me, 4 hours of becomes boring.
Like,
it becomes very, very boring. Boy, like, you would
Well.
even wish that way. Or best in sorry now.
So now we could also say that taking red, using it for this intercourse, could also lead to stroke.
It's good.
So we are now talking about cardiac arrest, stroke here, respiratory issues.
And then
Ooh, finally death.
death.
But can it get one? I mean, mentally unstable.
Unstable. It could be because there are mental issues that are genetic,
Okay.
which it could trigger it. Because, as I said, another side effect of it is hallucination.
Yeah. If you start hallucinating, yeah.
That's the thing. And it's so
Oh.
addictive that it's like each time that you take it, you want to take more dose and more dose and more dose and more dose until you create this tolerance level that you need a higher dose to obtain
Wow.
the same effect. It's very, very serious. Though people are taking it for joke, doing videos. I've seen that they said content creators. They do videos like just to make fun. It's something serious. And let's not forget, addiction is a disease.
Okay. And difficult to also.
Exactly. It needs treatment.
But is it difficult to treat?
It's very, very difficult to treat. Because it takes a whole community to treat it. The patient will need a support,
Yeah.
both family and the community itself. Because after the rehabilitation, maybe it could be in the center, in the hospitals and all
Okay.
that, and the person is fortunate enough to come back to society. The
Yeah.
person has to work and live a life.
Okay.
Stigmatization
That's another big thing.
becomes a problem.
Yeah.
So imagine you have a business, and then in the person's resume, or you get to know that in the medical report, is an ex-addict. What do you do?
Okay. Well, your final words. What advice would you give to people taking this or people thinking of taking it because they heard that it can help you to be smart. They heard that it can help you to, have long intercourse. It can help you to remember things very quickly, to be wiser. I mean, people have various reasons for taking this. What advice would you give to these?
I would say drug addiction, it's real. Don't think that you can control it. We have ways, or let me say, drugs have way of controlling you. So try not to deceive yourself. Try not to start so that you not find it difficult trying to end it. In this case, I would always recommend that if you have to take any drug, seek for a medical consult or advice, because self-medication, most of the time, it doesn't help. You might not know what you are taking. Even you might not know that what you are about to take, it's used for the purpose as you think it is. We use opioid to manage pain. It could be pain through surgery, or even people in palliative care, we use it to manage it. So please try your best not to get yourself in certain situation that you can't take yourself out of.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc. And we hope the youth of today, the youth of our time, the youth of this generation will heed to this advice, because sometimes it's through peers trying to, convince us to take these drugs, giving us several reasons. Unfortunately, they are not able to get out of it, and then they start having health issues, mental issues, and all sort of issues. And so, guys, it's sad. It's sad to see that this generation trying to fade away even before their time. But then we pray and hope that they hit to this advice?
There's one thing that I would also like to talk about.
Okay.
I know that the society where we are, I'm referring to the African society, depression and anxiety is not something that we talk about. It's something serious.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe that most of the youth get involved in such situation based on that, because the society doesn't give you the opportunity to speak out. It's like you have to keep things for yourself, because everyone is going through difficulties, so
Yeah.
you have to manage it yourself. I hope things could change, that one day when someone decides to talk about their depression or their anxiety, others will not make fun of them, and then listen to them and then help them
Yeah.
fight against it.
Yeah. Depression is, well, it's real. Depression is very real. I mean, try as much as possible to talk to someone about it. Try to, open up to people, and people that they can help you in advising you, drawing you closer to them, just so that you can take your mind off so many things that gets you depressed. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, comment, and like our videos. Don't forget also to share them with your friends and families. See you next week. For now, it's adios.
Ciao.
That's our
Y
time.
viva Canarias.
Like this video, share it with your people, and subscribe to this channel.